So, this is Elaine. Shit. I'm knocking it around. Fucking already gonna fuck it up. Anyway, this is Elaine. You see these beautiful pickup covers I bought. Nice color. Beautiful. The knobs and the other pictures that I sent out, you can't really see too well. But it's kind of like, if you look up the stone labradorite, it's one of my favorites. It's that in gold. And then there's these black and gold locking tuning keys. So, this is a cheap ass guitar. It was cheap as fuck. It sounded, if you go back and watch it, you know what, I'll probably plug in the video so you could hear how fucking terrible it sounded. I can't believe he got to sound like this, to be honest. You know, like, I can't fucking believe it. But this bitch is all blinged out, looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. The action is perfect. The tuning is perfect. He put Fender strings on it. He just didn't even charge for it. I mean, he charged me a lot extra for all the work he had to do, which I completely understand. Because my dumb ass, these pickup covers, first off, were not the right measurements. Because, you know, I've adjusted parts and changed out parts. But, yeah, they weren't right for the staggering pulls. But he had called me 4 times after the day I gave it to him. And he said, look, man, these pickups you bought, not the covers, not just the covers, but the pickups. I wanted silent pickups. This was my fault. I wanted silent pickups. So these are kind of ish humbuckers. They're double stacks. And so they're very thick. So one's reverse wound and the other one is regular wound. And they're deep. Like they're thick, you know. They're not like regular sound coils. And so he's like, I don't think these are gonna work. And so he went to his computer while I was on the phone with him. And he's like, you know, and he looked up Fender pickups. Said, I already looked them up. I said, that's, you know, the first thing I did. And, you know, they're really expensive. So I saw these. I was like, let me get them. And my dumb ass just, yeah. Anyway, Jonathan. But he said, you know, I don't think those are going to work. But then, you know, I said, just go, we're already here. Just go ahead and order the, you know, the pickups. He found a nice brand for a good price. You know, a decent price. But I said, we're already here. You know, let's just fucking do this shit, you know. Then we got off the phone. And then he called me back. And he said, you know what? Because he said originally, I don't want to, you know, pickups are very deep, the double stacks. He said, I don't want to do any, like, routing or anything like that. Because it might go, you know, mess up the body and things like that. And I was like, well, you know, just order them. It's fine. He called me back. He said, you know what? I think I could get these to work. And boy, did he get them to work. He had to rewire it because the original pickups were 2 wires. And these double stacks were 3 wires. So we had to do some routing and, you know, use his Dremel and, you know, drill an extra hole and do the wiring a certain way so that the pickup sat lower. And boy, did he do a good fucking job. Look at that shit. Fucking look at that. I can't believe they're that low. And the first question I had was, I was like, you know, is that going to, you know, putting these thick pickups in there, is that going to run the action of the strings and everything in the bridge? And he said, no. He's like, I think I got this. I said, okay. And he did a lot of extra work. It cost me a bit more money. But we're already here. And this is a project I've always wanted to do. And, you know, if he would have had to replace, and the neck was the biggest issue, and I knew that already. Because if you watch the first Elaine project video, which I might, like, add, like what it sounded like a little clip of me hitting the E string. Because it just dead frets, just almost every string, almost every fret. It's freaking awful. This bitch plays clean. I'm telling you. So this cheap ass guitar, and so everything else in it, he freaking even polished the body. Again, I replaced it. I bought these knobs. He replaced those. Pickup covers, pickups. Do some routing, some sanding, and also what he did was some nice touch-ups. Not only did he adjust the bridge, which the bridge was nice. I already knew when I looked at it, I'm like, that's a pretty decent bridge. I did want to replace it, but fucking Amazon's fucking morons and their description was not good enough. But I should have noticed it. That's, again, I'm an idiot. I'm not stupid, but that was kind of stupid. Anyway, then again, he did these, I got these locking tuning keys, black and gold, to match everything out. I'm going to blend his bitch out. But I really like what he did is that he polished the frets. He put some sandpaper on a buffing wheel and he polished it. And what he does, which nobody I know does, is he's a gun guy. And so, he has a laser sight on one of his guns. And what he does is he aims the laser across the frets. And if it doesn't hit one of the frets, he knows it's out of level. I'm like, dude, fucking genius, dude. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? And then what he did also, not just polishing the frets, he did the back and neck, and it is just smooth. Anyway, and you could feel it because he didn't do it to the head, and you could feel the head and feel the back, and I'll do just the difference because this is rough. Just the difference of this is freaking. Sorry, I gotta make a joke. It's really, really, really nice. I'm trying to think of what else he did to it. Again, he polished the body. This baby plays clean. I can't believe the before and after of how this motherfucker played. This dude knows what he's doing. So, this is Elaine, named after one of my childhood friends. She was best friends with my brother. Known her since I was born. But I haven't talked to her since I was 14. And about 14, something like that. And recently got in contact. We text here or there, whatever. Just saying hi and things. But, so I was thinking of a name for, like I said before in the other video. And, of course, I want to name everything after my girlfriend. Because, Cat, Jesus Christ, Cat. So I name everything, like, after my girlfriend. Most of the poems I write are about her. Most of them, not all of them, Cat, chill the fuck out. Like, Jesus Christ, get out of that bag, god damn it. Anyway. Gambito! Chill out. Get out of that bag. Anyway. So I was thinking about a name, and of course, like I said, one name everything after my girlfriend. And my acoustic is named after her. And so I was trying to think of a name to give her. But then I thought about her. I was like, since I got back in touch with my friend, I'm like, what's her middle name? I never knew. I was just curious, curious person. And it's a beautiful name, and it's perfect. So this is Elaine. And, yeah, she is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous guitar. Beautiful, just amazing. Fucking sounds fucking great. Looks fucking perfect. And I can't believe this guy got his guitar to sound like this. Worth the extra money, I'll tell you that. And I tipped him too. Like, fuck that. I mean, it's a dream project of mine. And it's nice to name it after an old friend. Cat, what the fuck is your major malfunction? Jesus Christ. Get out of that bag, Cat. Anyway. Yeah. So, if you remember my first video, and I'm probably going to, clip it out, and I'm not going to play anything because I have an idea in mind. And I don't like playing live, really. I'm a studio guy. It's intimate for me, But if you remember, alright, so, and I got my amp here, and again, I'm not going to play anything, I just want you to hear what it sounds like it's a big difference in the way it sounds, he played it, for me, in front of me, great, hung out with the dude for a while, too, for his next appointment, we fucking sat there and listened to his music he wrote for other people, his brother's music, anyway, his brother's music and stuff like that. Like a song that him and his brother was just instrumental. You know, they had a rhythm section, and it was him and his brother on guitar, and they were, you know, it was call and response. They were playing off each other. Beautiful. He sat there for a long time, just hanging out, you know, for his next appointment. But let me get these tubes warmed up. Haven't played on this amp, so I was waiting for this baby to get back in here. So, but it looks good. Again, the yeah, you hear that? Yeah, so they're not, because they're double-sided single, it's not completely silent, you know. But yeah. Let's see here. Let me turn up the tone here. The amp's right next to the guitar, so the pickups are feedbacking, but you know, I don't care. Like I said, I'm not really going to play much. Yeah, this motherfucker's badass. Tubes haven't really warmed up yet. But, it's, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm going to clip out, like, part of the first video so you see what it sounds like. It sounded so trash. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, my God. But, Again, the amp is right next to the guitar, so you hear the feedback from the pickups. Let's try this out. That motherfucker sings, baby. This motherfucker sounded like shit when I bought it. Again, it's a cheap guitar, but he made it expensive. He made it nice, and it's worth it, man. It's been a dream project of mine, and again, this Elaine, and she looks fucking gorgeous.